Hi there, my name is Chuck Rozanski and I own Mile High Comics. A lot of people have seen our store in the past. We did a Kevin Smith video about 3 years ago and it got about 1 million views. The thing is though is that our store is organic and it changes a lot. So for example, this selection of 1,000 plus CGC comics wasn't here at that time, nor was the Big Little Book display, the Pulp Magazines display that we've got in here. And then some of the really cool early fanzine stuff, rare statues. The gold and silver, which is over here, was pretty much here back in those days. And, I don't know, the early Marvel stuff. Love my Prince Valiant sword. All these different collectibles and then the early Marvel stuff. This is basically my home. This is where I hang out. I'm here till 10 o'clock at night a lot. And it's because I have two proclivities which really drive me. The first one is that I'm kind of sort of a hoarder. And I really kind of sort of don't want to sell any of this stuff. But I have a mean wife who beats me with her cane and says that we have to pay the employees and the light company, as much as I'd prefer not to. But we do. And so she makes me sell some stuff. So when you come in here, we will sell things to you, or at least my staff will. I don't really want to, but they'll sell things and then they laugh at me. But I wanted to show you, I'm in kind of a blessed position. Next February will be exactly 50 years since I started accumulating things. And my basic premise for how I run Mile High Comics has always been buy a collection, sell what you have to sell in order to pay for the collection and your operating costs, and then keep the rest. It's the Uncle Scrooge philosophy. Make it and keep it. The whole point of buying comics is to keep them, not to sell them. And that's how, as we do our quick little walk around here, you're going to see that I have 10 million comics. And we have them available if you want to buy some through our website, milehighcomics.com. And I have a whole staff of people back here who happily ship my comics out anywhere in the world. We even get free shipping on larger orders. I really wish they'd stop that. But they just keep wanting to cover their paychecks, so they keep selling stuff. Here at the Jason Street store, this is the largest comic book store / repository in the world. We have a total of 65,000 square feet, and this ocean of comics right here is about 300,000 different issues. We limit it to 2 of each, so you can see that the selection out in the ocean is pretty enormous. We also have probably, I don't know, 30,000 variants here, because each one of these bins holds at least 300. And so we have just tonnage and tonnage of comics. But people ask me, what's it like to have 10 million comics? And I tell people, it's a good start. Now, before you start wondering, see, glitter nails, I'm also a drag queen, and I do that for charity. I'm part of the international court system, and if you ever have any questions about that, write to me, and I'll tell you about all the good things that we do. I'm a social activist. I also feed the hungry a lot, and I do things like raise money to help train guide dogs for veterans who have been injured, and I do all sorts of socially active things aside from trying to buy every comic book on the planet. Most people don't get to see our big files, nor do they have any idea of what the immensity of them are. On eBay, just to give you an idea, we list a lot of our stuff. And the items that we have on eBay, right now we have 546,400 items as of this morning. But that isn't diddly, because we don't list any of our toys, and we have at least 100,000 toys here in this building. And we don't list the vast majority of things, like we carry adult comics. We don't list any adult comics on eBay. And we don't list a lot of our trades. Also, any comic where we don't have a cover scan can't go up on eBay. And there's a lot of those. So I'm guessing here in the building that we have somewhere between 700,000 and 1 million different objects. So when I say I have 10 million comics, it's not like huge galumps of the same book. we're talking about tremendous diversity. We'll go ahead and head further back here. You can see we carry Disneyana. That's something that I've been collecting for the last 40 or 50 years myself. I do actively collect. People always ask me that. Because of my drag queen stuff, I really like stuff like Katie Keene. Duh. But then also I'm a huge fan of underground comics, especially the early stuff from the mid-1960s. But anyway, right here, this is a lot of boxes. And it would appear that it's just storage, but these are actually on our computer system. This is how we fill our orders. And anybody who's dealt with long boxes can tell you that there's, 3 to 350 in every box. I did the math and numbered it out, and this row, the two sides, it's 250,000 comics to either side. So what you're looking at here is 500,000 comics. The thing is, though, is what you're looking at here in the next row is another 500,000 comics. And then you get over here, and then you get another 500,000 comics. And then you get over here, and you got another 500,000 comics, which if you're a math genius, gets you up to 2 million. And that's not with the, I'm not even trying yet. And then we've got these huge racks that my beloved Uncle Christoph built for me 25 years ago. Each one of these holds 200,000, and there's 21 of them. Again, math majors. We just got over 4 million on this side. So there's 4 million, there's 2 million, there's 300,000 out there, there's 6.3 million. And that doesn't include all the stuff that's waiting to be sorted. Our wonderful videographer today, Chris, is trying to sort out millions of comics that we keep accumulating because, well, we can. The thing is that we also make sure when people come in the store that we have tons of dollar comics, because we want to make sure that this is affordable and that it's fun and that everybody has a good time. If we do have overstock on books, I mean, I let them go really, really inexpensively. My biggest focus here at the store, and I gotta say this, okay? I gotta be like really straight up with you. I don't need to do this. This building, I got really lucky. 10 years ago, I bought this building for diddly squat. It's worth $5 million more than I paid for it right now. I can sell this damn thing, go suck on mint juleps for the rest of my life. I won't run out of money, okay? But this isn't about money. This is about my heart, and this is about passion. And I'm a comic book fan. I have been a fan my whole life. I love doing this, but my childhood was kind of shite. It really was bad. My dad didn't like kids, and he was 30 years older than my mom, and he was an ex-drill sergeant. Are you getting the message? My mom was mentally ill with PTSD from World War II and had to be institutionalized. Are you getting the message? It wasn't a good childhood. So what I try to do here at the store, and we'll go back out in the store here in a second, and I'll just kind of lay it out for you. The store, I built it, and I continue to work on it every day to make it for the kids of Denver in particular, but for any kids that want to come in from anywhere, to have a place where they can bond with their parents and have a great day, and it costs nothing. You can come in here and spend hours and hours, and people do. I've had people tell me, I was in here for 6 hours and I couldn't get to everything, but I finally had to get an Uber home. It happens. But the reality is, I built this for every child that lives within Colorado so that they can have a place to go to. And so we'll go out here real quick. This is a collection that just came in. We have people that ship us collections all the time. Pam sits over here and works out really advantageous deals with folks. If you're interested in selling a collection, on occasion, I go out and I actually look at deals, but unfortunately with all the charity work that I'm doing, I'm actually out on the road, but I'm not doing mile high work. I'm doing things for our charity efforts. But Pam can send you shipping labels. See these labels right here, these blue labels? She can send you those labels, and you slap them on your box, and your box ships for free. And so you can sell your stuff to us as long as you got them in boxes. If you got them in totes or something, forget it. Posters have become a huge part of our business, and then there's trades, and we're going to walk over to the real trades here in a minute. But then one of the biggest problems that we have is that we buy more stuff than we can display. We have added another 16 more showcases into the store just in the last 90 days. and they got sucked up the minute that they came in here. I was back working in the back files earlier today, and I was just dismayed because it was such good collectible stuff back there, but we don't have any showcases. So again, aside from my wife beating me, that's why we actually do sell some stuff now and then, is because we have to pay for the improvements. The store is not static. What Kevin Smith saw and waxed poetic about when he was here a few years back, oh my God, it's so much better than that. One thing to make the store fun for kids, we do go for a lot of props and three-dimensional figures. They are not really cost effective. I mean, I'm not making money with them, but they sure make the store fun. Once a month, we host a drag show here for people that are under 21 that can't perform in bars. That's been very controversial, and I've gotten put over the coals by a bunch of alt-right neo-Nazis because of it, and I don't care, they can bite me. But we also do wrestling here, we do poker tournaments here, we do auctions, and a lot of the auctions are for benefit, for charities. We got into the pop figures, and holy hell, they sell like crazy, but we also buy them like crazy. I think we've already bought 500 pops this week, and our selection, we got 2,500 different pops. That's pretty awesome. I mean, we really weren't carrying them this time last year, and we've gone from zero to monstrous in no time. But let's go to my favorite part of the store. I am a bibliophile. I love books of all kinds, and these books here are the ones that we put out for people to see, and it's probably the largest selection, or one of the largest selections of trades and hardbacks related comic books out in any comic book store, or for that matter any bookstore in the world. But now let's get serious. Let's go back into my little sanctum sanctorum here. This is my little library back here, and this particular area of the store holds, you ready for it? 300,000 trades and hardbacks. And again, I don't want to sell them. I sell some because I gotta. We have to pay the rent, and I grudgingly do that. Okay, and well, it's rent to me, so I guess that counts. But anyway, as you're looking down these aisles, those big ones in the beginning have more, but these here hold about 27,000 books each. And we really have gone out of our way to try and buy lots and lots and lots of books. And you know, when I'm here in the middle of the night and there's nobody else in the building, there's a couple of cool things. The first one is, my God, I own 10 million objects. There aren't many people on the planet who own 10 million objects all by their big own selves. I'm just telling you, it's pretty rare. But the fact that I have now, you know, I had, when I first got started in the business, because my childhood wasn't so good, I actually lived in a car, a 63 Chevy, for 4 months, traveling from comic book show to comic book show. And I had a hell of a time. Like, I remember my first San Diego con, I had to raise $20 for the table. And it was hard. I had to work really hard at the Houston convention prior to that show in '73 to raise that money. And now, here in this building, in terms of total number of, I mean, we're talking retail, okay? And retail is all hypothetical, but I own $100 million worth of stuff now. And I want to try and get more. Not because I mean, I can't sell everything that I got right now. This will be here when I die. But the thing is that I'm creating this wonderful environment and this wonderful place for the kids of Denver, and I think it's kind of cool. You know, we all have to have a reason to exist. And I don't want to be here just taking up space. I want to change the world in a small way. And so when I find this gigantic barn of a building and it was all empty and I stood in it for the first time, I said, oh my God, I can paint on this palette. I can do something really, really cool and change the world. And that's it. That's my story. That's what I've been trying to do. If you can, make my wife happy and take a look at our website. It is old and clunky. I don't want to hear your shit, okay? It's old and clunky, I know. But it doesn't matter. It's paid for. And also, it works, and it allows you to access a bajillion comics. It's milehighcomics.com. Pretty easy. If you want to see some of my drag photos, I'm Charles Rozanski on Facebook, and I'm pretty well known. I perform all around the nation. So take a look at those, and please have a great time today and enjoy some comics. And remember, do something good. Get up tomorrow and say to yourself, no matter what else happens, I'm going to do something good today. Happy collecting.